Hi, it's me, Carrie. I'm here today to do another one of my videos. On the weekend, I went to go see X-Men. I forget what it's called, you know. And I've seen a couple of the X-Men movies. They're all right films. I'm not really a huge fan of the X-Men series. I don't know. I've seen the first one, the third one, and other two. I haven't seen the second one. And I've heard of X-Men obviously as a kid, because one of my old best friends was a huge fan of it when he was a kid, and I maybe watched a bit of it over at his place. I was never really into superhero shows when I was a kid, and anyways, the reason why I'm talking about X-Men is because I have Aspergers, and there's something that's familiar or similar to having Aspergers that's also an X-Men, and that is that they're mutants. And there's been a huge comparison of the difference between people who are mutants and the people who have Asperger's, and the fact that like the mutants in the X-Men movies, we're different, and we stand out, and we have a hard time adjusting in the world because we're different. If you look, it's one of the X-Men movies. I believe it was number 3, where they were trying to do this cure to cure the mutants. And in many ways, I kind of look at that as almost like trying to cure Asperger's or cure autism. And it's kind of an insult, really, when they do that, because it's almost like they're saying that we should be embarrassed for who we are, that there's something wrong with the way we are, we shouldn't be happy with it, and we should try to change it, because that's not how we're supposed to be. And I mean, if there was a cure to make your life better, I could understand, However, if it's just going to make you a regular person and change your personality and change the positive things about you, then I don't see what the point is. Because in our world, we're always kind of told that we're supposed to be something we're not. If there's something that looks different about us, we're supposed to change it. It's like that show that existed 10 years ago called The Swan, where all these people would they didn't like the way they looked or whatever, so they get plastic surgery to look better. And it just goes back to well, if you don't like the way you look, then you're supposed to get plastic surgery to make yourself look better. You're supposed to look a certain way, be all plastic looking and all phony looking, and if you're overweight, you're supposed to be skinny, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't accept people for who they are, and it tells you all the time you're supposed to be something you're not, rather than just be yourself. So I find that that these movies are, there's a good comparison with X-Men, because very much so. It's they're mutants, and I have Asperger's, and there's like them, we're different, and X-Men, it's kind of you have two sides. You have one side, of course, it's headed by Xavier, who is the professor, and he wants everyone to get along, and everyone just to be accepted for who they are. And then you have Magneto, I believe it is. He wants them to wage war on the humans, which is in some ways kind of, you can identify with both characters, because you want everyone to get along, but at the same time you get frustrated because the world doesn't accept you for who you are. So having Asperger's, it's I feel in some ways also kind of like Magneto, where it's the world's never going to accept me for who I am, and it's if you're not going to accept me for who I am, well then the hell with you, type of thing. Then we have the right to succeed, and we're tired of having to hide, we're tired of being treated terribly and having to live like second-class citizens in this country, and why should we have to put up with that? And that's often how his character feels and how often I feel that the world is not giving us that opportunity to succeed or whatever. And so yeah, I mean, you know, there are different comparisons between, you know, between X-Men and okay, well, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what I have to say today about that. So until I do another one of these videos, I guess I'll say until then, bye for now.